Hoş geldiniz çocuklarım ve hepsini yeni öğrenciler. Welcome my children and all new students. My name is Mr. Kitab and this is my library. I'm glad you joined us today because we're continuing to read a brand new book called Rigel and Piper Shout to Africa by R.J. McCutcheon. It's a long one, so like and subscribe right now so you won't miss any of the exciting chapters. Remember, in Chapter 5, Dennis chased a witch doctor away with an American donut. But more importantly, Malcolm's horse Phoenix caught Anthrax. Now, do you know where we get the name Phoenix? It comes to us from an old Greek historian named Herodotus that was born in what is now Bodrum, Turkey. Bodrum is beautiful with perfect summer weather and a sheltered bay on the Aegean Sea full of Turkish goulet sailboats, and the Sheftali peaches are so ripe the juice runs down your chin, and little tiny crabs come and pick the flesh off the pit if you toss it into the tide pools. Sorry, got distracted. Love Turkey. Anyway, Herodotus lived about 2,500 years ago, and he wrote down the histories of his age. Many people criticize him for including mythological stories, but mythologies can be important too. I mean, after 2,500 years, we are still talking about the phoenix firebird. The story goes that it dies in a spectacular burst of flame, only to rise up again as a baby bird from the ashes of the old bird. That's why Malcolm gave his horse the name Phoenix. As a baby, he was born from the body of his dead mother. An appropriate name, and one you still see in a lot of movies and popular culture. One time, one of my students gave me a quiz on which Pokemon creature I would be, and guess what? I was Moltres, the legendary firebird Pokemon based on the mythological Phoenix. I didn't know that was something special at the time, but the students were very impressed. Back to our story. Phoenix the horse somehow caught Anthrax. This was unexpected because, remember, anthrax isn't contagious. It doesn't spread from one animal to another like the flu. It could be mere coincidence, but maybe it isn't. To find out, we just have to keep reading. Hazirmian, are you ready? Chapter 6 is called Biowarfare.
Help!
Give me your hand. Thank you. It's a good thing the White Knight was here to distract that black devil. He almost had his lance in you, but he had to tilt with your champion instead. Yeah, oh, okay. The Black Knight only managed to kick you down because the White Knight saved you. But here you are, standing strong. You'll show him how tough you are. Yeah, sure will. Did you hear someone shouting? What? When I went down, I thought someone was shouting at me. Sorry, I didn't hear anything but you screaming. That's why I came over. Well, thank you. My name is Calidris Amaran. Enchanted Calidris Amaran. I'm the prince. Being chivalrous isn't just what I do, it's who I am. Another sunrise over the Serengeti. Being a zebra mom is tough work, and Gemma even covered for me when I fell asleep. She said I still have jet lag and can't help it. Oh, maybe she's right. Would you like some tea? Nothing like a piping hot cup of rooibos for Piper. Thank you, Gemma. I'd love to try some. Your computer notifications just chimed, and this time it's not Mwiba biting the buttons on the side. You have a new holovid message. Is it someone special? Maybe. But it could also be my grandmother warning me about another horrible way Africa can kill me. She doesn't know we have a mysterious anthrax case on our hands, does she? Not a chance.
And neither does my father, Piper added, silently to herself.
Let's check it out. Oh, it's from Aston. Who's Aston? He's my fiance back in Massachusetts. You're engaged? Where's the ring? You need a ring. I didn't want to lose his grandmother's fancy ring in Africa, so I had him put it back in the family vault. Ooh, sounds expensive. More than I deserve. I'll let you have some privacy. No, it's okay. I guarantee you he won't say anything too personal. He thinks I share these holographic messages with my family so they'll warm up to him. Fat chance of that happening.
Piper admits to Gemma as they both share a giggle and turn the video on.
Good morning, Callie. At least you'll get this when it's morning for you. Training the new Trekiner is progressing fine. A little slower than I'd like, but we still have 6 months until summer. Bridget and I drove down to Georgia for her equestrian acrobatics competition. She placed second, so we're going to have to come back in 6 weeks for the big tournament. I miss you and wish you were here helping our foals instead of striped hyena bait in Africa, but I hope you're having fun. Come home soon. Aston out. Who's Bridget? And why did he call you Callie? Bridget is his star student. They do travel to the competitions with her mother.
Because she is still only 17, Piper muttered silently.
And he called me Callie because my birth name is Calidris. It's the Latin genus name for sandpiper birds. My dad always said Piper was my baby name. When I grew up, someone special can call me Callie. Callie is my mother's name too. You have a really interesting father. What does he think of Aston traveling around with other women? I mean, I could never be okay with that. I'm too jealous. Dad doesn't know. It would just give him more ammunition to shoot us down, and I'm the one who chose for it to be this way. I could be at Aston's family stable right now, going along with him on all these little trips. They have so many horses, they wanted their own vet on hand to take care of their purebred masterpieces. Instead of helping hyena bait zebra foals, I just had to see Africa first before I got married. This was my only chance, so I took it. We just have to stay connected. I'll send him a real letter, and I'll use locally sourced, fair trade, elephant poop paper. I bought some on the train. How romantic? I'll even fold in some baobab flowers with a few drops of perfume. It will be intoxicating. I'm camping up at the falls again this morning. There's an extra tent here if you'd like to join me. I'm leaving just as soon as the lads get here about 8. Thanks. I'll think about it.
Piper responded distantly as she took out a piece of paper.
My dearest Aston, I trust you received my last letter from Dar es Salaam. Turkish Airlines was fantastic as usual, followed by a memorable ride on Africa's White Pass train. The cars even looked the same as the train in Alaska my dad took us to in Skagway. It brought back a lot of good memories. Life in Baobab Falls Field Station has been a little frantic. A large group of zebra was brought in the first day, and we're treating them for anthrax. We had to separate the infected mothers from their babies, though, so we have to feed all of the foals by hand. A local farmer also had his horse come down with anthrax. That's a bit of a mystery, but we're treating him too. I asked Rigel to pick up some bacterial culture kits from the city to start some testing. Oh yeah, Rigel is here too for some reason. I don't know why exactly, but I think it is more than just to watch over me. I wish you were the one here watching over me. We could swim together up at the falls. It is absolutely perfect for a wedding. Joking. Or at least some breathtaking engagement pictures when you come to visit. Not joking. Miss you with 1,000 heartaches. Love, C-A-L-M.
Piper signed her letter before adding the perfume and flowers as a Piper plane landed outside.
Pipey! Mwah! I got your medical supplies. That was fast. Wow, thank you. Gemma, I guess we get to spend the day collecting samples to grow on the culture plates. So much for a refreshing morning swim. Maybe we can go this afternoon when it's warmer and we're ready to crash. Thanks for picking them up. No problem. Would you like a donut? Hey, the bakery is open all night, and I had some time to kill before the supply plane landed. It was running a little late, but that means this donut is a mere 3 hours old. Oh boy. Sure, give me one. It is yummy. You couldn't find culture plates locally? They're pretty common. Bacterial cultures would take 2 weeks to tell you anything useful. I got 1,000 direct spore analysis kits flown in post-haste.
Rigel murmured as they all munched their way through a fresh batch of American donuts.
This is ultra-expensive military-grade tech. Soldiers use it to test for biological warfare attacks that you can't actually see. How in the world did you get these? You called Dad. You should have been the one to call him. He would have loved to hear that you needed him for something. Besides, it gave him a reason to quit fishing and get back to D.C. He always hated fishing. When his precious only daughter is playing with mystery Anthrax in the middle of Africa, he hopes that you'll call to ask for help. He will move mountains if you ask him. Fine, next time. Who are you two? You just snap your fingers and a mansion's worth of next-gen medkits show up the next day? We are the children of Captain R.J. McCutcheon, author, scientist, and you probably know him for his filmmaking. He spent over 20 years teaching the children of the world to speak English through his videos and companion school curriculums. It took up the majority of our childhoods, and you visited almost every country in the world by the time you were 12. It wasn't a bad childhood. So he just paid for all the supplies and has access to military surplus because he's a little famous in children's television? Not exactly. He had to talk to the U.S. Secretary of State, people of the Defense Department, the World Health Organization, and the Tanzanian ambassador. And he did all that in a day. His travel show put him on a first-name basis with basically every world leader and large portions of their governing officials. On the flight back to Washington, D.C., he just called the necessary people along the way and had them all over for dinner. Yup.
Well, hope Mom didn't cook anything too weird. Oh, Canada, my home and native land. Wait, I'm Turkish.
Who's that?
It's my sister.
Who do you want right now?
My Rigel.
Are you Rigel?
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you want the Rigel toy?
yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do with the Rigel toy?
And I put it in the boat.
You're going to put it in the boat?
Yeah.
Alright, you can go get it.
I can't reach it.
You can't?
Yeah.
Climb under the table.
Okay. I put the water in my sand table.
Yeah.
Mount Rigel. Peace?
Okay.